Hello and welcome to CBSE Fatafat by Ved Academy. This is the CBSE Class 10th Mathematics Complete Solution Series where we don't just solve problems, we build strong concepts and clear understanding of every topic. Chapter is Polynomials and we are solving exercise 2.2 question 1. Let us first read the question and understand it. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. The question has two parts. In the first part, we have to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. For that, either we'll be using the method called as splitting the middle term method, or some of the questions would be solved by taking the common terms and factorize them. Once you get the factors, then we can find the zeros of the given polynomial. Second part is to verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficient. For that, we'll be using the formula, that is sum of the zeros is equal to minus b upon a and product of the zeros is equal to c by a. So let us start with the solution. The equation, that is the polynomial given to us, is x square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. We are going to solve it by splitting the middle term. For that, we'll multiply the constant along with the sign with the coefficient of x square. Here you will see that there is no coefficient written for x square. That means the coefficient of x square is 1 and the constant term is minus 8. Always take your coefficients along with the sign. So minus 8 into 1 is minus 8. We will have to find the coefficients of minus 8 in such a way that, look at the signs, start from the right hand side. The subtraction should be minus 2. We need the factors of minus 8 such that their subtraction should be minus 2. Read like this: subtraction should be minus 2. And thus we have the factors minus 4 plus 2. Minus 4 plus 2 gives you minus 2. When you multiply them, minus 4 into 2 is equal to minus 8. Both the conditions are fulfilled, that is, the product is minus 8 and the subtraction is minus 2. Therefore, now we will remove the middle term, that is minus 2x, and we will replace it with the two new factors, that is 4x minus 4x and plus 2x. So x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we are going to underline first two terms and separately last two terms. From the first two terms, take the common term. Now see, x square has a coefficient 1 and minus 4x has a coefficient minus 4. Number wise, we have the numerals 1 and minus 4. The common factor, that is the highest common factor, is 1. So 1. From x square and x, which are the variables, we always take the variable with the lowest power as the common term. So from x square and x is common. So 1x is a common term from x square minus 4x. So uncommon terms left in the bracket are x minus 4. Now we are going to check the sign inside the bracket, which is negative, with that of the last sign or the sign of the last term in the previous step. Both the signs are same. If the signs are same, then take plus sign as the common sign. Again, look at the numbers. The numbers in the last two terms are 2 and 8. HCF of 2 and 8 is 2. So that would be the common term. 2x has variable x, but constant minus 8 do not have a variable. So here x would not be common term. Open the bracket. From 2x, 2 is common. Uncommon term is x minus 2 4s are 8. So 4 in the bracket. So we have two brackets which are equal. So they are the common brackets. This is the common term. So we will write it as a common term x minus 4. In another bracket we'll write the uncommon terms, that is 1x plus 2, that equals 0. Now at a time we'll take one bracket, solve and write the value of x. X minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4. We will call it as alpha. Alpha is equal to 4. We'll take another bracket, that is bracket 2. 1x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus 2. Plus 2 has changed the side, so it has changed the sign also. Plus 2 has become minus 2. We will call it as beta. So beta is equal to minus 2. We have to find the sum of the zeros. So alpha plus beta is equal to 4 plus in bracket minus 2. Alpha plus beta is equal to 4 minus 2. Alpha plus beta is equal to 2. Now we'll find alpha beta. Alpha beta is equal to 4 into minus 2. Alpha beta is equal to minus 8. So we have alpha plus beta as 2 and alpha beta as minus 8. Now the second part, that is to verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. For that we are going to write the equation again. X square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. In this equation the coefficient of x square is indicated by a, so a is equal to 1. Coefficient of x is indicated by b, so in this equation b is equal to minus 2. Constant is indicated by c, so here c is equal to minus 8. Do remember that while we write the values of a, b and c, we write it along with the sign. So a is 1, b is minus 2, c is minus 8. Now we'll use the formula for sum of the zeros indicated by alpha plus beta. So sum of the zeros is equal to alpha plus beta, which is equal to by formula minus b upon a minus in bracket minus 2 upon 1, which is equal to 2 by 1 is 2. Same as that we had found out by the splitting the middle term method. Now we will write product of the zeros. Product of the zeros indicated by alpha beta given by the formula c upon a, which is equal to minus 8 upon 1, that is equal to minus 8. Thus there is a relationship between the zeros and the coefficients, because sum of the zeros is written in terms of its coefficient, which is the coefficient of negative of the coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x square. Product of the zeros is indicated by the constant term divided by the coefficient of x square, and that is how we establish the relation between the zeros and the coefficients.